Good Tuesday evening, everyone. So I had a fun day with my grandbabies today. Little Mackie and little Mr. Finn. And their house sold in 3 days. I'm so happy for them. But the closing date is now going to be December 3rd. So that's like 7 months, 6 or 7 months before their home will be ready. So they're debating, do they want to move in here with us? Remember, they also have a female dog. We have 2 male dogs. Yes, she's fixed the whole bit. Or do they want to rent a small place until? But I totally left it up to them. I don't mind either way. I get needing your privacy when you're young. Not that they wouldn't, because they'd have their own apartment, but you know, whatever. I get it. But I'm just very happy for them. 3 days. Sold in 3 days. Okay, so last night you saw me do my coasters, and we are going to resin them tonight. I also, just for the heck of it, threw this canvas board in and did it, and I will put on all the backs of all of these, I'll put the black velvet. You also saw me do what we're going to work on next. So this is how the first one turned out. And now I'm going to do some Christmas decorating around it and then resin the whole thing. I could go down one more layer, but it would fade it out too much for me. So, because there are 2 ways of doing it. You can either just resin, or not resin, Mod Podge the picture, lay it down, let it dry, and then do what we're going to do next. But I did the Mod Podge on top so that I could have, it needs to dry so I can wipe this stuff off. But I wanted to have it more vibrant in color. So I Mod Podged it. So what we are doing is we are letting it sit for a while with a wet cloth on top of the picture. Okay? And while we do these clear resin boards, which are going to be easy breezy, I hope, it'll have time to soften up, and then I'll show you what we do. So let's get to, oops, knocking everything over. Let's get to the coasters first. We'll start over here. By the way, this is something new to my table. I don't have it on tonight because I'm worried that it's going to be pretty loud. So we'll wait and see for another time when I'm doing something bigger. But it is, it sucks up fumes and stuff into this filter. And I just thought that would be good to have right on my table when the grandbabies, if they are going to be living here, just for an extra precaution, to have it right here where the work is. So, okay, so that's that. So, here we go. By the way, I got that off of Amazon, if anybody wants to know. I'm going to pour little puddles on each one of these. And already you can see just the difference. It just, oh, I love what resin does to stuff, to the look of wood, to pictures. Okay, now I'm just going to spread this out. Cover the whole coaster. I taped the back, by the way, guys, of all of them. The coasters and the little tray that I made out of a canvas board. You can see the difference already, just how clear and bright it makes the picture. Resin just is amazing. Oh my God, I love resin. Even just using it clear, you know? Just to bring the life out of wood or something like this. Just made everything just pop. The words pop better. See, look, that's what they look like right now. But then the minute you put resin over it, look at how it pops, those words. I hope the camera's showing you. It just, and I know if you work with resin, you know. And see, doing the Mod Podge on top, these pictures aren't being ruined by the resin. There is no effect whatsoever. Where if I hadn't have Mod Podge both sides of this paper, it would have ruined them. It would eat at it. There is. Oh well, I guess it's there for good. There's a sparkle on there. But that's okay. If you see my house, there's sparkles hidden everywhere. Just lovely. Just such a wonderful effect. Okay, now let's come over here and we'll do the board last. There's no real edge. This is just a canvas board, so there is no edge, no depth to the board. So not really having to worry at all about the edges. There's a piece of glitter there that I can get off. And there's a few little creases here and here, but I think it adds to the vintage look of these pieces, Victorian look. Yes, and believe it or not, there is a difference between vintage and Victorian. These are Victorian. Okay, so I'm going to let them sit. I'm taking off my gloves because I'm done with this for now. And we're going to come over here and I will show you the next step to this. So I soaked it, put the cloth in there. Now you're going to take your fingernail and you're going to pull off the top layer, because what that is the Mod Podge. Okay? Most of the time, it comes off in big sheets. so not so hard, but it's going to give me a little bit of trouble tonight because, of course, now I'm on cam. That one came off in nice sheets, but I think this one may have soaked a little longer, so it wants to break up a bit more. There we go. That's better. All you're pulling off, basically, is the dried Mod Podge that I put on. Remember, we Mod Podged the whole surface, put the picture upside down so that it was facing the canvas. Then I Mod Podged the back of the paper, the whole thing. Let it dry. It dried overnight and all day today because I was with my booze. And so I'd say that was quite enough time for it to dry up. So now we're almost there. Sorry guys, this was faster with the other one. But we're almost there. You can also see the difference between the Mod Podge because it's got a shine to it. Even though it was a matte Mod Podge, it has a bit of a shine to it compared to the paper. Okay, so now this is what you're left with. Okay, see how cloudy that looks? Because that's the paper. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your damp cloth, preferably warm water. Well, this has gotten cool. And you are going to scrub, not too hard. And you are going to make a mess because you're pulling paper off. Oh, guess what? Oh, no, yep. That went right down. Ah, poo. Yep, so I'm going to have to put some kind of Christmas thing or paint that in myself because that went right down. I wonder if I didn't have enough Mod Podge underneath on that spot. But anyway, I can fix it. I'll just paint it before I resin. And there you go. Now this has got to dry, and then you just wipe off these little wet paper pieces, which I just got in my resin. And there you go. This is what they look like. And the resin will make them even pop more. So there you go. That is how you Mod Podge. So I will show you when I get around to doing the decorating on them and fixing this one up where I pulled right down to the canvas. And you will see what they look like when they're ready to go on the wall for Christmas. So guys, that's some Mod Podge. The coaster ideas were from my dear friend Steve McDonald in the UK. Check out his YouTube channel. He did this originally, so I thought, hey, that looks cool. I'm going to try it because I'm going to show you what I'm going to try closer to spring and summer. I got these because you can do the same idea. I got these really pretty napkins, and you can do the same thing on tiles. But I have to get bigger tiles for these. And that's what I'm going to do in the spring. But for now, we've got our winter Christmas set. This one I'm keeping for me. And I'll do a couple of sets to go in the gallery. And then the Mod Podge idea. I did, like I said, a while back, I did the roosters in my kitchen. If I remember when I post pictures of all this stuff tomorrow or the next day with this YouTube video, I'll take a picture of them on the wall in my kitchen and show you what they look like. They're getting old, just like me. No, I'm not. I feel fabulous. I have grandbabies that I love and love me, and I have all of you guys that I adore and support you like you support me. So if you need me, you know, to PM me, I'm here for you. Don't forget to check out my guys, Moon Kusher Art, Louise Singleton Creations, Kimberly's Art, Mold Makers, Lee Cranch Creations, Philip Danner in the States, Moldy Moose. Oh, and wait till you see, she's got to get them up online first, and then I'm going to order them. Wait till you see Moldy Moose's Christmas ones coming out. I can't wait. I'm going to, honestly, when I saw what she wants to make into molds, I think I'm going to, because you know my theme is blue and silver and white. I'm going to throw in some rose gold this year. Blue, silver, white, and rose gold. And I'm going to make my own Christmas decorations. Even though I have some beautiful ones, I think I'm going to do a whole new theme and just make it simple and elegant. We'll see. Because Cassie asked me today, she says, can we get a real Christmas tree if we move in? You know me. She knows me. I have my Christmas tree up in November. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. For those who say wait until after Memorial Day, seriously, I have family who had been in the war, and my grandparents, and they had Christmas up in November too. So I'm not taking away from them. I still buy my poppy. I still, when my girls were young, would go to the cemetery. I'm not taking away from them. Christmas is my thing. It's so my thing. So anyway, since they've got the apartment down here, I said, you guys go out, you get yourself a real Christmas tree. Don't take that away from the boys. They love that. You bring your own Christmas tree in, that's fine. The boys will have 2 Christmas trees, one upstairs, one downstairs. They'll love it. Again, that's if they do decide to come live with us for 7 months. Okay. Wish me luck. Okay. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. See you soon.